Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope all of you are doing great. My name is Ajay and you know me as the average trader. And in today's video, we'll be taking a look at the few sectors, which sectors are performing strong, basically the whole market outlook, some of the sectors and a list of stocks that are very popular, especially on social media, that I think you should avoid for now because of the structure that they have made on the daily and the weekly chart. So let's get started with the video and we'll start with looking at the Nifty 50 index. So as you can see here, if you start from here, after the March rally, the Nifty has been consolidating since October 18 of 2021. And if you see after more than 1 year, the Nifty is around that level. The previous high that was around 18604, and currently we are at 18300, so we are very close to the all-time high in case of the Nifty 50 index. But again, Nifty 50 index is not the whole market, and this is just the beginning. So to analyze the mood of the market, especially the large caps, because Nifty 50 constitutes the top 50 companies by market capitalization of India. So this is the weekly chart. As you can see, after this down move that we had, of this kind of time down move that we had, it finally broke out, and uh, again a short pullback, which it took support around this level. That was the previous pivot level, and now we are heading towards the all-time high level. So there's some bit of weakness if you look at the broader market. So there's some bit of weakness because only the large caps, very selected large caps, are performing, and most of the small cap and the mid caps are currently down 10, 20, 30, even 40% from their highest level. And the index, the small cap and the mid cap index, is also not performing. So we'll take a look at the Nifty mid cap and the small cap after some time. First we'll start with this Nifty 50 index. So as you can see, this is the weekly chart. As you can see, we are currently heading towards the all-time high level, that is around 18,600. So if you see, after this making the low of around 15,170, it gave a one-sided move till this 17,922, and after that it pulled back, and it took support at this level. If you see, this is the previous pivot level that we had here, around 16,700, and then again bounced back and heading towards the all-time high level. So now this level of 16,700, 16,800 something, this becomes a very important level. So in case the market if pulls back like this, so this will be an important support level, and this one also a short-term support. That was our previous high of 17,990. So in case the market pulls back, it can pull back to this level, or maybe it can pull back to this level if the pullback is deep, a bit deep. If you look at the from the weekly perspective, so this is the logical pivot point that we have right now, uh, of the support point, of 16,700 something. And if the pullback is deeper, then we have this level of 15,170, which I currently think so is not possible, because the market is not giving any kind of signal of such a deep pullback, but there are always surprises. But as of now, these two levels that you need to keep in mind in case of, specifically if you trade in Nifty, if you trade in futures and options, if you trade Nifty, then or maybe the large caps, if you're trading the large caps, then you need to keep these two levels. One is at 17,900 and the next one is at 16,700. You need to keep these two levels marked on your chart, and or maybe the price pulls back to this level and maybe again starts heading higher. So there are multiple possibilities, but we'll focus mainly on these 2 points, this area and this area. So now let's take a look at another index which is important index, that is the Nifty Bank index. So Nifty Bank has been currently outperforming the mid caps, large caps, other large caps also, the Nifty as well, and other indices. So the Bank Nifty has been outperforming the market right now after forming this low around 33,000 or 33, the lowest point of 32,150, and it has been consistently rising. And after that, it faced some resistance at the previous all-time high level of 41,829, and then there was a small pullback. Again, it took support at the previous level. That was the previous resistance area, which again turned into a support. So this was our previous resistance area where the price pulled back, and then when the price was heading higher and it faced resistance at the all-time high level, it pulled back and took support at this level. So let's go down to the daily chart. As you can clearly see, there was a short pullback and the price took support here, and then again a rally towards the all-time high level, and again a pullback, and again if you see it again pulled back to this level and started heading higher. So one thing that I want you people to focus is that look at the range of the candles. Look at the range of the candles. So if you see the difference during this up move and during this up move, what is the difference between the candles, range of the candles? As you can see here if you see during this up move, look at the range of the candles. We had really big wide range candles. As you can see here, we had big wide range candles here, and then the range of these candles were also strong, and there was a strong volume as well. And if you see here, specifically this area, after this pullback, the market again started heading higher. I'm currently talking about the bank nifty, and look at the range of the candle. It's getting smaller and smaller every day. The range of the candle is getting smaller and smaller, so and the volume is still high. So that is telling it could be it is a sign of distribution when there's a strong volume, but there is a very small range of candles. The range of the candles is very small. As you can see, most of them are dojis, right? There is no strong directional move. And if I even talk about the personal experience of you and many people and me, and you can clearly see your portfolios are not at all-time high level, right? And very few selected banks, like if you look at the top banks, if you look at the HDFC, it's still away from its all-time high level. Kotak is also away from its highest level, and the bank nifty is mainly led by the PSUs and the ICICI Bank. So, and the range of the candles is getting smaller and smaller day by day. So it is a sign of weakness. There could be a pullback to this level. So we now have two levels. This whole area, first level is at 39,424 and the next level is at 37,950. So these two levels are really important. So in case, what I'm guessing right now is looking at the range of the candles, there could be a pullback, because the broader market, if you look at the broader market, except few large caps, the broader market is still very weak. So there could be a pullback to this level around 39,400 level, or maybe at 37,950 level. So these two levels that you should mark on your chart, even if you look at the weekly scale. So a pullback to this level is no big deal till 37,950. So a pullback, and I would much appreciate if the market pull back to this level, and because it gives me a chance to add more bank Bs, the ETF, right? So that is also a method to trade. So now let's look at the few other indices. If you look at the mid cap index, mid cap 100 index, Nifty mid cap 100. So currently we will be looking at the weekly chart. Let me remove these markings first. So as you can clearly see, after this up move, the mid caps performed really well, but as you can see in the Nifty chart, they are also consolidating since October 21. So currently this is the all-time high level, that is the highest resistance level that we have right now. But if you see, look at the chart, so there is much more stronger resistance at this level. If you see this around 32,000 level, there's a much stronger resistance that the Nifty mid cap index is facing. And as compared to Nifty and the Nifty bank is at new all-time high, and Nifty is also very near to its high level. As compared to that, the mid cap index is relatively weaker. And even if you look at the stock specific action, many stocks in the mid cap category or the small cap category are not performing that well as compared to the some of the large caps. So currently this is a very strong resistance level at 32,000 that you need to observe right now. And it can also pull back, so there is a little bit of support here. Let's go down to the daily chart. So after the After almost every single index, Indian index formed a low back in June 2022, and after that there was a very strong up move. The mid cap itself gave a up move of around 30% from that level, and since then it has been again consolidating. After this strong up move, it has been consolidating since August and September, and we have some bit of a support formed here. So currently the mid cap is moving, mid cap index, I'm specifically talking about the mid cap index, uh, and the stock specs specific action is different. Currently I'm talking at the index level, which is really not that important, but it gives you the overview of the market. But always focus on the stock specific action, because there are so many stocks within this time also, from September to August to September to October. Between these 2-3 months, there are many stocks that have actually doubled. If you look at the, some of the defense stocks, some of the PSU banks, they have doubled. So always focus on the stock specific action, but for having a larger position, you need the broader market to be with you. So that's why I'm currently focusing on the broader market here. So as you can see, so this is a broader resistance area that we have right now, from 32,000 to 32,300 something, and here we have at 30,000 we have currently a small support forming. So the price, as you can see, the mid cap index is currently pulling back, so it can pull back to this level around 30,000, and maybe then consolidate a bit and then give a breakout. So now after that, let's take a look at the small cap index. So if you look at the small cap index, let's go down to the weekly chart. Let's go to the weekly chart. As you can see, there's clear weakness. It is currently at the level that it was at back in 2018. So many people talk about that time. That was also very similar when the large cap was still performing and the small caps and the mid caps were falling. And currently, very similar thing is happening right now. The broader market is weak, especially the small cap and the mid cap, and the many large cap stocks are performing. So it is clearly evident from the, even from the small cap index, that it is currently in a formation of lower high and lower low. As you can see, it is in currently in the formation of lower high and lower low. So it could change. So first we have this area. If we go down to the daily chart, so currently this area we have at 10,170 something. So this is a strong resistance right now. And if I talk about the price action, so it is relatively weaker as compared to the mid caps and as compared to the bank nifty and the nifty. So currently small caps are the weakest, as you can clearly see. So right now we have this broader support level here, around 9,200, and a resistance level at 10,170 something. So currently you need to keep an eye on these two areas and how the small cap index is doing, and we'll discuss about some of the stocks that are doing well. But as I said, it becomes difficult to make money when the whole market is not with you. So that's why I'd say currently keep your position size small, and because it's not necessary to trade every single day. And there are many stocks which are showing some topping signs, and I'm going to talk about those stocks. I have made a watch list here of some of the very popular stocks that are showing some topping signs, or at least what I think they are currently weak, and one needs to be careful in case of these stocks. So here is the list of these stocks, and I'll go through the charts one by one. So the first one is the Saregama India. So if you look at the weekly chart, as you can see, it gave a very strong up move from the March lows. If you count from the March lows, it gave a move of around 2,800%. That is a very at the top it was 2,900%, which is a very strong up move. And even if we take from the its previous high that was formed back in November 2017, so from that point also it gave a move of almost around 470%. That is a very strong up move. But since then, after making the top back in January 2022, it has been forming lower high and lower low. Let's go down to the daily chart right now, and you can clearly see the formation is of that of lower high and lower low currently, and it has been just consolidating in a range right now. So there is a possibility of a breakout on the upper side as well, but as you can see, there are many uh, slowly there are many rising volume bars whenever the stock tries to go up. As you can see here, whenever the stock tries to break out from the consolidation or tries to go up, it is combined with very high volume, and which is generally a sign of distribution when the price is not going anywhere. And after a very strong run up, when the price is not going anywhere and whenever the price tries to break out, it is combined with very high volume, but and it is not going anywhere and it's coming down. So as you can see here, the volume bar, you can see very high volume bar, as you can see, whenever it try to break out. So that is generally a sign of distribution. So I'll it is a very popular stock on social media especially. So I'll be, and many people have been buying this stock thinking that right now I'm getting a bargain and all that, but uh, I'd say just focus on this level for right now, around 3005 sorry 350 rupees. So in case of breakdown, that would trigger the stage 4. And if you don't know about the what are the stages, what are the different stages, I'll link the video below in description, and you can go through the stage analysis video. It was given, the concept was given by Stan Weinstein about the different stages of the stock. So you can go through that video, then you'll understand what I mean by the stage 4. So I'll be careful in this. Next one is the KPI Green Energy. So it did actually give a breakdown. I posted it on Twitter back when it was around 840 something, and after that there was a breakdown. And but good thing is it jumped from its 30-week moving average. If you see, it's 30-week exponential moving average. It gave a bounce back from this area and then again climbed back. But currently, as you can see, as I've explained earlier as well, and which is a very basic concept of the technical analysis, that the support act as the resistance and resistance start acting as the support once the price crosses that area. So currently that is happening right now, from when it bounced back from this level of 700, which was its 30-week moving average. Or you can also use the 200-day moving average. Many people get confused between these two. So there's a difference of around 25 days between these two, but the what they mean is that they give you the general trend, the broader trend of the stock. So currently it's rising right now, and but I still say you need to be careful unless it crosses this level, unless it crosses the previous high level. Unless it crosses the previous high level, there is a very much possibility that it may go up to this level and again starts coming down, or maybe it can start its down move from here as well, because currently this area which was acting as a strong support is now acting as a resistance. So again, one needs to be careful. I can go 100% wrong here, and none of these stocks discussed here or in any way or any kind of advice or something. Next stock that we have in the list is Alkyl Amines, and it is another a very popular stock, and I'll tell you why. You can clearly see what kind of strong move this small blip, as you can see here, this was the March crash, right? So the stock is a very strong stock and very popular, and after that, after a very strong up move, and if you calculate the up move from the March lows, so that is around 1000% move. And if we even if we calculate from the top of the previous the fall, so that is also around 570%, which is a lot. And but since July 21st 2021, sorry, I mean to say 16 July 2021, the stock has been in a downtrend, right? So the fall is not steep, but still the stock is in a formation of lower high and lower low. Or let me mark it again. Currently we are looking at the weekly chart. So the stock is currently in the formation of lower high and lower low, and there is no sign of any up move right now. It's still facing resistance at its 30-week moving average. This black line that you see here is 30-week moving average. So there's still supply left, as I said earlier as well. The high volume bars combined with a down move after a very strong up move, the very high volume bars combined with the down move is generally a sign of distribution. So two levels that I'll be careful for this on the upper side. This is the resistance level, that is around 3200 something. So that would mark the trend change. That would change the formation from the lower high, lower low to higher high and higher low. And on the downside, I'll be focusing on this level that we have here around 2500. So these two levels that one needs to be careful of. Next one is the Loris Labs, everyone's favorite. I'm literally sure literally everyone watching this video have heard the name of this stock. So as you can clearly see, it gave a very strong up move if you calculate from the previous high of 2018 something. So it gave a 400% move, and since then it has been coming down. It formed a top back in July 21st 2021, July, again my bad, July 2021, and since then it has been in distribution. It has been in distribution, and currently it's taking support, and it has been taking support at this level of 450 to 440. This level is a very strong support, but again the results were also disappointing, and there is a high chance that there may be a breakdown. So currently it's in a stage 3 right now, and the breakdown below this 440 level will trigger the stage 4. So again, a word of caution here, one needs to be careful, and if you're buying at this level, you need to be careful in case it breaks the 440 level. Then you need to get out of the stock as soon as possible. Next one, we have the Tata Elxsi, and you can clearly see, look at the uptrend. It gave a very strong up move, literally very strong up move of 900%, and after that this breakdown was a clear sign of topping out, right? So it started to give some signs, the momentum was decreasing. If you look at this whole area, let me mark this area. If you look at this whole area, since this level to this level, there was not a very strong up move, and it had been a kind of stagnant, and then there was this gap down from and the stock opened below the 30-week moving average, and since then it has been falling. So my first rule is, whenever you get a breakdown, you just get out of the stock. Whenever you get a breakdown, my one thumb rule is, whenever you get the gap down, especially below the 30-week moving average, you just need to get out of that stock. You can figure everything out later, because if you look at the, even from the gap down level, it is down 14%, and I don't think so it's stopping here for any time soon. Next one is Suven Pharma, which is doing relatively well, but again it has been consolidating in this range since April 2021, and it did give a breakdown from this range, if you see here, but again it is coming back up. There are some big volume, big candles on the weekly chart, as you can see, and it has crossed the 30-week moving average. But again, this area will prove to be a very strong resistance around 500 levels something, so you need to be careful of that area. Next one that we have is Finechem Organics. Next one that we have is Finechem Organics, and as you can see, this was the earnings gap up, and after that stock made a double top kind of formation. Like, it tried to cross this area again but failed multiple times, and then there were these big candles combined with strong volume, and then there was a breakdown. But currently right now it's still above its 30-week moving average, which is acting as a support, but I don't see any strength in this stock right now. So unless on the upper side, unless it crosses this level of 7400, I'll be careful. And in case of a breakdown, the next major support is at 4400 level. The current price is at 5900, so you need to be careful at this area, specifically at this area around 5700, and keep it in your watch list. And if you're holding it, then you need to specially watch it if it crosses this area or not. Don't focus on this one. Let me remove this marking. So the next major support is at 4480 level. And another similar stock that we have is Fairchem Organics. So the stock has been kind of a broad consolidation. If you see, look at here, since July 2021, and again this time there was a strong earnings gap up here. Let me mark this level. There was a strong earning gap up here, and the stock moved around 20, 30, 34% from that level and tried to cross its previous all-time high level, but then it was combined. This is what a typical climax stop looks like. A very strong up move combined with a very huge volume, and then followed by a strong down move. And then surprisingly, the earnings gap up and the earnings gap down was at the same level. If you see here, this was the earnings gap up few months ago of the quarter first earnings, and this was the earnings gap down of quarter two. So currently the stock is a big avoid for me. Currently it's below its 30-week moving average right now, and there's a gap down. So as I said, my rule, whenever stock gaps down, just get out of that stock. Another really famous and popular stock is Divi's Labs. If you see, it made a very classic rounding top type of formation here. After a very strong earnings gap up back in July 2020, it gave a very strong up move, and then now it's coming back to that level. So what one needs to focus on this, if this gap sustains or not. So currently it's at 3287 rupees. So this 3000 area becomes a very, very strong support level, and because there is a gap as well, and it's a big myth in technical analysis that all gaps are filled. So what it can do is it can just take support here and again start its up move, or if it breaks down from this level, then that is also a sign of worry. But currently the stock is currently in stage 4. As you can see, it is clearly below its 30-week moving average. Every time it tries to cross this 30-week moving average, it faces resistance and falls down. Wait a second, let me remove these markings. If you see here and here as well and here as well, and look at the volume, every time the fall is combined with very stronger volume. So one needs to be careful in this counter and focus on this level at 3000 rupees. So I'll share the list of these stocks. I'll share the name on Twitter, and you can find my Twitter account below in the description, and you can go through the charts and see what I'm trying to say here. So because the video will if I discuss every single stock, the video will go very, very, very long. So I'll just post the names in the description, and you can go through these names and see for yourself. And I'll be posting the charts of these names on my Twitter profile as well, so link will be in the description. And thank you for watching the video. None of the stocks discussed in this video are any kind of recommendation, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. If you learn something, then do share it with your friends and on your social media accounts as well. And take care. Goodbye.